Huawei, proud sponsor of Tech Busters.
Somewhere in an undisclosed location near the airport, a room full of packing ninjas leaps around between the scaffolding's warehouses as if in one of those kung fu movies, packing boxes. We're here at Parcel Ninja, a South African company that's just had a significant 20 million rand investment that has taken the very unsexy back end of e-commerce and made it profoundly sexy. Let's go meet Justin Drennan. So, in this vast warehouse, you do the packing for all these e-commerce sites. I mean, people don't consider e-commerce to have a warehouse.
Well, I think people inherently think that e-commerce is one of these sort of solutions where you don't have to have an office, you can be around the world, you can be a global citizen, and you don't have to physically touch product. But I think that's quite removed from reality at the end of the day, because what you're doing is you're selling physical product. And When you need to sell physical product, you need to move a physical product. And that part is something that people don't really enjoy doing. And whenever there's a requirement or a need, as entrepreneurs, we try to find a solution. And that's really where Parcel Ninja was born.
Well, you've been running Want It All, a very successful e-commerce operation for several years. We often feature your products in stuff. And you found that you needed to move products.
100%, and we thought that if we could move products all the way from the US into South Africa, hell, we should be able to get the local distribution right. But it proved to be relatively difficult, and I think that the sort of local market hasn't focused on distribution within the South African context, because it's often like forgotten or not cared about, or thought of once I've got the sale, then we'll work out how to deliver it later on, when it's actually all about the delivery at the end of the day.
Exactly, and it's got to be cost effective to make it cost effective for the retailer to be selling it. But I suspect you're alleging the South African Post Office is not very efficient, and therefore you've had to become a centre of efficiency.
Well, we like to think of ourselves as a centre of efficiency and excellence, and I'm not saying the South African Post Office is not one of the delivery options. However, we feel that there's sometimes a sort of requirement for more, a hands-on approach, if I can say that, where we guarantee delivery of products, that we get proof of delivery, and where we make sure that everything gets to where it needs to get to on time. And I think the e-commerce guys don't have time for strikes, and customers don't have time for strikes and non-delivery. And I think that ultimately...
And that's yet another challenge that a retailer needs to overcome. You seem to have a very vast collection of merchandise, and you've got quite a few people who are using your services already.
Yeah, so we probably see about 3 or 4 potential new clients daily, and we have about 25 clients that are using our warehouse services. I mean, we've only really launched in November, and no one's really going to change providers over the November-December period. So we've really only been operating in this context or this scale since January. But we've got probably within the warehouse about 25,000 different products sitting on different shelves. And all that happens is people leave their products with us, they tell us what they want us to do with it, and then we'll pick, pack, and distribute it on behalf of them. So we take away all that drama. And traditionally, the retailers don't like to do this sort of stuff. They like to find products, they like to curate products, they like to find customers and sell to customers and handle that process. What they really don't enjoy is picking and packing a box in the kitchen and getting it to the client, and then having to deal with challenges around the delivery. And that's something that wherever there's a problem, we try to solve. And that's really how this was born at the end of the day. It's just trying to get product to people's doors quickly and efficiently. And we've got some great partners in the space. And we do it really, really well. We've looked around the world. We've got to see warehouses globally about what is best practice, and we've taken that RP back into South Africa, added a little bit more of a sort of South African flair, you could say, or flavor to it, and that's what we sit with today.
And it's not just the warehouse that you've built, is it? All of the software that you use to manage this operation, you built yourself.
So I think the saying is this: software is eating the world, or eating the planet. And what we did is we decided to invest in our own technology and RP at the end of the day. So while going to visit these warehouses internationally, we looked at the processes and systems. We then found some clever local guys. So we went to WITS and we went to some of the universities to try to find the maths students. And we got guys that specialize in route optimization, machine learning, and all of those sort of technologies which you need within a warehouse. And basically went and built the entire warehouse management system, the picking, the packing, and everything ourselves. And we feel that that's RP that we own, which makes it interesting for acquisition internationally.
So you have made the unsexy sexy so much that someone just invested 20 million rand in your business, and they came from overseas, so it's double newsworthy.
Thanks. I think the overseas component. I think the overseas component has relevance because there's a spotlight being shined on the African continent, and especially from an e-commerce or internet perspective, there's definitely an appetite to sort of enter the continent, and there's lots of problems that need solving, and a lot of those problems can be solved through like technologies that leapfrog existing tech, if I can say that.
And there you have it, putting the sexy into the unsexy. Justin Drennan from Parcel Ninja, signing off from Ninja Central on an undisclosed location somewhere near the airport.